On your mat to start. So we're laying all the way back. Tuck your hips down so your low back is flat on the ground, and then we're going to go 10 glute bridges. Start pushing into the heels, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Making sure that when you look up, you can see the top of your thighs, and when you come down, you're tapping your low back totally flat so the tailbone touches the ground in between each bridge. We're going to be doing bridges later in class today, so think about the form starting right now. So when we do them later, we'll go back over this, but we're building that good awareness to start with. After 10 bridges, we're on hands and knees, and we go into 5 cat-cow. So we're going to drop the belly down, lift the head, then we're going to reverse it, round it up, tuck it in, press it in hands. We have 5 here. Taking some time with our cat-cow to really move through this. Slowly, purposefully, we're all a little tight. We've all been sitting a lot probably, so let's loosen up the pelvis, the middle part of the body, before we start doing anything with our workout. And then we're going to come back down onto your forearms, one hand behind the head, rotating the shoulders, elbows to the ceiling. Now, I already talked about this with those folks who are on live, but if you're watching this on the replay, you'll need dumbbells today, or at least something weighted. And you'll need a mini band if you have it. Now, if you don't have a mini band, there'll be plenty of ways to work around it. You'll need a hand towel if you don't have a mini band. But if you have no weights, you're probably going to want to grab something in your kitchen, like soup cans or bottles of wine, something that you can hold that looks like a dumbbell. And anytime we're using a dumbbell, that's what you will use in place of weights. Once we're done with T-spine rotation with each side, come to hands and knees, draw the belly in so we find flat back, and then bird dogs, one arm in the opposite leg. Maintaining balance here. This is all about balance and stability. So we're pointing the toe to the floor. Press back through your heel like you're putting a shoe print on the wall, nice straight leg. Press down into the hand that's on the ground. We're doing 10 on each side. I have a tendency to not remember ever to count mine, so hopefully you're counting yours. I think this is 5. And we're focusing on trying to be as still in this as possible. It's about the balance and then the core tightness. So keeping the rib cage up to the spine, the low back flat, like the low back can touch the ceiling nice and flat. Finish your 10 on each side, and then we'll all meet standing once you're done there. And then already, I got to take all these layers off. As soon as we'll all stand up and meet standing. That was quick. Okay, so once we stand up, we're going to go into arm circles back. So we're going to reach up, biceps to the ears. Yeah, really just trying to get some movement through the upper body. We're kind of greasing the wheel, if you will, of the shoulder joint. And go 10 of those. Nice big reach back. Now today's all, like I mentioned earlier, it's all strength-based. So not impact today, bring it forward now for 10. We're not gonna be doing a lot of impact movements, so won't really need to modify anything for lower impact. Basically, we're gonna focus on form today. You will be able to level this by whether or not you use weights. And then there's a couple exercises where there will be options to make something more or less challenging. But other than that, today's basically gonna be about what we're utilizing from a weight standpoint. Feet right under the hips. Arms up, we're going into toe touch squat, so we're going to round it down, bend the knees, round back, whatever you have to do. Then tuck your booty, keep your heels down, lift your chest and shoulders, right arm, left arm, by the ears, we stand up. That's 1, we have 5. This is a great warm-up exercise, works on ankle mobility, hip mobility, shoulder mobility. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about how low this is. What you're concerned with is that the heels stay down. Kind of like tuck in those hips, and then I want arms inside the legs. Go 1 more for 5. And then we finish warming up with gate openers. So we're hands on hips, circle the leg out and down, 10 on each side. Yeah, just taking that knee up about hip height. I'll time everything today. That tends to work really well. But we do have a couple of exercises that are single side. So try to count your reps so that we do the same amount of reps on the right side and the left side. Even though I'm running a timer, you want to make sure it's crazy. Sometimes you'll be like, how did I do more on one side? I want you to try to be even between sides. Today, we're going to talk a lot about form. Lots of really important form cues. So this is a really great chance to learn and kind of pay attention to how we move in our strength exercises. Let's go one more each, up and around. All right, first exercise is going to be our deadlift with dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, either focus on pretending and focus on the hinge form, or you could grab like 2 soup cans or 2 wine bottles. We're using dumbbells. You got to think about the combined weight. So, you know, if we wanted to have 30 pounds, we would take 2 15-pound dumbbells. You guys know how to do math. Okay, so what we're going to do is weights or hands are against the legs. You're going to roll the shoulders back. You'll push your butt back. The weights come right down the legs. Keeping a flat back here, we stop right below the knees, mid-shin. Then slide the weights back up. At the top, you're going to squeeze your butt, tuck your rib cage. So we don't want to push the hips forward. We want to tuck everything down. All right, clock is starting now. So here we go. Shoulders back, chest down. Weights against the legs. Slide it down from here. Push through your feet. Stand up straight. Yes. Ooh, very nice. Karen, that was great. Tuck your chin and look at the floor, though. Yes. Awesome. Perfect. Andy's looking really good. So if you're at home and you're somewhat new to hinges, focus on pushing your butt back. You don't have to use weights. You just slide your hands down. And then what we're trying to create is a flat back with the weight back in the heels, straight spine. Keep it moving. You guys are past halfway. Awesome job. So we're almost there. We have about 15 more seconds here. Good work. Way to go. We got 10 seconds. Keep sliding it down and up. Hi, Angie.
Oh my God.
I want to talk to you, but I got to mute you because I'm on recording.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll talk at the end.
Okay.
Just jump in. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so everybody rest. From here, we're going into rows. You have a couple of choices with your rows. If you have dumbbells or items that resemble dumbbells, you can either flat back, just like that position we were just in, and do alternating rows. If your low back is a little cranky, you can come down and do that same thing on all fours. If you want a challenge, you can do it in a plank row. If you only have a band, you can take your band out and back like that row. I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of options there. I'll go through them again. So we're going to row. Grab whatever you have. Ready? Here we go. So we're either bent over with dumbbells, row, alternate. Or we're on all fours. We're alternating one arm and then the other. Everybody. Here's how it looks if you just have a mini band. Everybody. Elbow just above the back. So we don't want to pull this too far where the shoulder slides forward. Chest is out. We're just coming up like that. So we want that elbow to stop right along the side of the body. Keep pressing your chest out. Keep your knees slightly bent, or you're on all fours. Much better for the back on all fours, honestly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I think a row is the only exercise that is like really challenging to do without any weights at all. So hopefully no one watching this later at home has absolutely nothing they can hold. Let's go back to our deadlifts. And we're going to do 2 more sets of that. So we're going down the legs, flat back hinge, and then back into that row. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hinge it back, chest out. So it's a normal tendency to kind of like extend the chin. I want you to resist that. I want you to keep your chin down towards your chest and your eyes looking towards the floor. And then slide it up. Try to keep everything nice and flat. Shoulders back, chest out. So remember that if you're new to deadlifts, you could opt to do this without weight. Or if your back's real cranky, just focus on the hinge part. It's going to look the same whether you're holding weights, whether you're holding wine bottles, whether you're not holding anything at all. We have about 20 seconds here. Cross back, slide down, tight core, press down with the feet, tuck your tailbone, ribs so tight. 15 more seconds, we're almost there. Stay strong, push through. We have 10. It's a long minute for sure. It's probably more reps than we normally do, but it's a less weight for a lot of us too. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna say everybody, either you're on all fours rowing, or if you're at home and you have a minivan, you can row here. Just because after coming out of deadlifts, this position is really not ideal. For your back, you could also plank row if you wanted to. All right, focus on pulling the shoulder blade into the middle of the back with the elbow at your wrist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So chest out, flat back. Yeah, and then for you, Andy, if you're doing one arm at a time, just do as many reps as you want and then switch sides. Yeah, Andy's got the big old weights. He borrowed our big 70-pound dumbbells. So he's got so much weight to pull. Some of us don't have as much weight to choose from, so we gotta make this work with a little bit more reps. Chest out, elbow above the back with 20 seconds here. You're doing great. Still looking down at the floor. Rolling that back and down. Great work, 10 seconds. Don't forget to keep your back flat, so ribs to the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. If you need a drink of water, grab some water. We have one more set of those too. Whew. All right. So, last set. We've done really well so far, looking really good. Last set of deadlifts. Focusing on form, weights or no weights, totally up to you. 1 minute on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Press back, slide down, eyes to the floor. Mid-shin, no farther. And press through your feet, tuck your tailbone. I think one thing I see on especially these deadlifts where we start at the top, a mistake I see made is folks going all the way down to their ankles or trying to get to the floor. In order to maintain that flat back, got to get a pretty good knee bend, and we're only looking for parallel, so we're talking just halfway between the knees and the ankles. And then press down with your feet, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your butt, chest and shoulders tight, squeeze through the middle of the back like you're pinching a pencil back there. Pinching a pencil. I can't talk this week. 15 seconds. I think it's finally, like verbally, I'm wearing out a little bit. We're getting there. 10 seconds. Good work. Woo. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Weights or bands, or maybe you're at home and you want to use like a wine bottle. You can totally do that. If you're using your band, you can just hold it and row and switch back and forth. Otherwise, we're going to all fours. Last set of rows. Focus on that shoulder blade, moving towards the middle of your back. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're still in our nice flat back position. It will help if you try to get really tall through your spine, shoulders up, and then we're just pulling back and down. So shoulder blade down. Pull your wrist towards your back pocket, like you were trying to land your elbow back by your hip so that we don't end up pulling too far. We really don't want that elbow to pass the back really far. Yeah, nice. Karen looks great. Beautiful. I'm sure everyone looks good. She's the one I can see really clearly. 10 seconds. Awesome job. You guys are almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, water break. These next 2 exercises. First one, you don't have to use a dumbbell, but you could. And if you're using one dumbbell, I would say anything from 7.5 to about 15 pounds or kind of gauge. Nothing too crazy heavy. And then for overhead pressing, so Andy, we talked about you'll do one arm chest press instead of overhead pressing on your back. And then anybody else with shoulder issues, let me show that real fast just in case anyone later is watching. For him, because we're going to do raises instead. So if you have shoulder issue, you'll just do one arm up and press the opposite arm, and then when we switch sides, you'll press the opposite arm. If you don't have dumbbells, use like a soup can or a wine bottle. We'll talk about overhead press for everybody else in a second. That's probably going to be anywhere from 5 to a 10-pound dumbbell. Now, split squats. First exercise. You can do this with body weight. You can hold a dumbbell. Split squat is right foot forward, left foot back. Tailbone tucked, shoulders back, and we drop the back leg down towards the floor. If you choose to hold a dumbbell, you're going to hold it against your chest so that your elbows are tucked and that dumbbell is touching at the top and at the bottom. Here we go, split squat. All right, it's a higher rep than we would all normally do. It's at least 12 reps typically in 45 seconds. So choose your weight appropriately. Right foot forward, left foot back. Tuck your tailbone, roll your shoulders back. Here we go. Drop that left knee down towards the ground, press up through the front heel. So here at the studio, we have the TRX straps that we utilize for those who have knee issues and maybe aren't going to full depth. If that is you, or this gives your knees problems, keep it small. You can adjust the range of motion here to accommodate the fact that we don't have the straps to use, and just focus on pushing through the front heel. If your knees are all good with it, go down, try to touch the floor with that back knee, just barely, like just kiss the floor, and then press up through the heel. Looking good, less than 10 seconds, keep it tight, keep it tucked. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, we're gonna switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. You guys look great. Left foot forward, right foot is back. Tuck that tailbone, shoulders back. Drop that back knee straight down. Ready? Here we go. If you're holding a dumbbell, I want you to tuck your elbows tight at your sides. Just like we would in a half kneel, which we're going to talk about really shortly. Keep your rib cage pulled into your spine and try to keep your torso so tight. And we're pushing through that left side butt cheek in front, and then that back booty cheek should squeeze as well. Good work, halfway. You guys look strong. Yeah, I see really nice form. Keeping that back knee straight down to the floor. Awesome work. We have 10 seconds here. I'm with you. Not everyone's favorite exercise, but it's good for you. Just listen to your knees and adjust your range of motion if you need to. 2, last one, finish. Awesome. So, if you have shoulder issues, I showed that chest press that you can do instead. Everybody else, take a dumbbell that's a medium weight, not too heavy, or a wine bottle will work as well. Come into half kneel, and our knee that's up is going to be opposite the hand that has the weight, and we're going to press that weight up, bicep by the ear. So take that weight in the opposite hand from the knee. Here we go. So we're going to go press and down. If you're doing your chest press on the floor, you're going to hold your opposite arm up. If you're in your half kneel overhead press, you're going to hold your opposite arm out and make a fist. Yeah. So our goal here is to get that arm up, elbows pointing forward, and to stay really tight through the core. So push into that front heel, dig into the back toe, squeeze your butt. If you're on the ground, your low back's got to stay flat into the ground. And you want to focus on that core tightness too. You guys keep it moving. We have 10 seconds. I have to look at the timer, put my weight down. Yeah, strong work, big exhale, push. Yes, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down. So, switch sides. So we're switching knees, to level out the hips, shoulders down and back. Tuck it all in tight, engage with that back glute. Here we go, ready, press. Yep, bicep to the ear, core tight. So either way, if you're on the ground doing a chest press for a modification, keep your low back flat. If you're with me here overhead pressing, tuck your ribs, pull it all in, and really support your back as that weight is going up overhead. Halfway! You have 20 seconds. You guys are doing great work here. Finish strong. Ooh, yeah. We're almost there. 10 more seconds or so. Keep squeezing it all in tight. Push down into the feet. That creates your foundation. 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe one more. Awesome. All right. If you need water, grab it. We've got 2 more sets. We're going right back to split squats. Split squats and presses. Chest press or overhead. Picking the one that works best for you. If you want to hold a weight, For your split squat, you can. But it is optional. So let's start on right foot. Right foot forward, left foot back. Tailbone tuck, shoulders back. If you're holding that weight, hug it in tight. Here we go, dropping low. So we're down and up. Now, remember, as I said, if we need to modify this range of motion for knees, this is okay. Just keep it small. We do what we have with what we have. We do what we can with what we have. If we have straps, we use them. If we don't, we're just gonna adjust. Those of you whose knees are cool with it, try to get that back knee to like just lightly kiss the ground. And we're pushing through the heel of the front foot, which right now is our right leg. Left leg is perpendicular to the ground. Tailbone stuck. You guys look so good. Such strong work. 10 seconds here. Push up, exhale. Yeah. We got about 5 more seconds. Let's get one more down. Up. Awesome. Switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. Tuck that tailbone, shoulders back, big breath. Here we go. So we're gonna inhale as we lower, exhale as we push. So that we're exhaling back up, pushing through that front heel. Very nice. Trying to keep our hips square. Sometimes it's hard to tell on yourself if your hips are square. If you put your hands on your hips, can you rotate that back hip forward just a tiny bit? So try to keep it from being pulled back. And then take a look down at your front knee. How's that knee? Is it falling inward? If it is, it's very natural. Folks get like this little inward on their split squat. Tug it out using your glute so it lines up with the ankle. Try to gear that front knee towards the outer edge of the foot. 5 seconds. Let's get at least one more. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So if you're chest pressing, lay all the way back. Feet are flat on the floor with knees bent. Otherwise, you're with me in half kneel. If half kneel is uncomfortable, you can do this in a split stance. If half kneeling does not work for your knees. We just gotta find, something works for everybody. Weight is in the hand opposite the knee that is up. We're pressing it to the ceiling, bicep to the ear. Ready, here we go. So whether you're on the floor chest press or you're doing this overhead press, I want palms facing in. It's a little nicer on your shoulders. Yeah, just right now, we gotta be extra kind to our joints, to our shoulders, our knees, our hips. We should always be kind to them, but right now we gotta be extra kind. You got it, halfway there, big press up, bicep to the ear. Pull your rib cage in and down, yes. Strong work, breathe out as you push up. You got it, 10 seconds. Awesome job. We're almost there, 5, 3, 2, maybe one more. Yeah, switch sides. Woo. Switching knees if we're in half kneel. If you're split stancing, just adjust your feet so the other foot is forward. Opposite side, ready, go. Press, down. Tuck your tailbone. If you can dig into your back toe, if it's comfortable, it really helps. You can squeeze a glute on that side. If you're on the ground lying flat, squeeze your butt anyway and press your core in towards the mat. Yes, big breath. Awesome. You guys look so good. All right, halfway there. Keep it going. Yeah, very nice. Thinking about tension everywhere. Everything is supporting the arms as they move that weight. 10 seconds. Your core, your butt, your legs. 5, 4, 3, maybe one more. 2, 1. Nice job. One more set of that. Make sure you get some water here. Catch your breath for a second. So we're already past halfway done. These first 2 circuits or supersets go long. The last 2 go pretty fast. So we've only got one more set of split squat overhead press, and then we're halfway done because we have 2 more supersets left. But time-wise, they'll go a lot quicker. So we've thought about a lot of really good form so far. Let's really focus on perfecting this for this last round. So right foot forward, left foot back, tuck the tailbone, shoulders back. If you're holding that weight, hold it tight. All right, 3, 2, 1. We drop that back knee down, press up. Listen to your knees, figure out what's gonna work best for you from a depth standpoint. And then you can also make this, even if it's less depth, really forceful by just really pushing into that front heel. Squeeze your butt. Take it slow. Like, so maybe we slow down the tempo a little bit. If you're going all the way down, I still want you to take your time, no rushing. So it's like down, exhale, push, core tight. If you're starting to feel like you get that little wiggle as you come up, that's core. So we want to keep everything solid and tight. Strong work, less than 10 seconds. Maybe we get 2 more. Yeah, let's get at least 1 more here. Down, press up, switch sides. Last split squat. Voted 3 years in a row, least favorite exercise by clients at Fitness Evolution. I'll only make you do it once this week, I promise. So left foot forward, tuck your tailbone, right leg's going straight down. Hold that weight tight if you're using it. Here we go, down and up. You guys know, body weight exercises were somewhat limited. So I think the first week or 2 that we did home workouts, we did a lot of split squats. Now I've kind of worked it out, so I only do them on Wednesdays, just like normal. You guys are doing great though. Press down into that front heel. Like you were driving yourself through the floor to come up. And then see if you can get that left knee to track over the ankle. Pull out with your left side booty as you come up. When you come up is usually when that knee wants to drop inward. So press through the outer edge of the foot. Breathe out. We gotta get at least 2 more. That's 1. Give me 1 more. Down, press up. Yes. Okay, we're pressing. So either in half kneel or on your back, doing a chest press with 1 arm. Last set here. If you prefer a split stance for your knees, you can do this that way. I actually really would rather you half kneel if your knees will allow, because it's safer. But I understand some people's knees don't like it. So opposite foot from the weight is forward. Last time, ready? Let's go. So pushing up. Core is tight. That arm is out. I love what I'm seeing as far as pacing here. Everybody taking your time, not rushing through this. So you know that if you're limited at home by the weights that you have, if this weight, or say you're even at home and you're like lifting a wine bottle right now, it might not be the heaviest weight you can handle. You can make that weight heavier by slowing this down and then like imagining that it weighed more than it did, or that you're pressing through sand. You can make it harder mentally if it's not the heaviest weight you've ever lifted. 3, 2, 1 more. Big press. Awesome, switch sides. Yeah. So, opposite knee or opposite foot forward, shoulders down back. Ready, here we go. Press it up. So we're creating tension, whole body. Core, the legs. Whether you're in half kneel or you're on your back. If you're on your back, you're squeezing your butt. You're pulling your rib cage in, down towards the mat. If you're half kneeling, you're pulling it into your ribs. You're still squeezing your butt. And then remember, you must slow that down to make this harder. If it's not heavy enough, make it harder. Slow it down. Both on the way up and on the way down. 15 seconds, we're almost there. Breathe out as you push up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Inhale, lower. You got it. 5 seconds here, 2 more. Last one, press it up. All the way back down, relax. Awesome. Okay, water break. If you have a mini band that is a loop band, you're gonna use it in this next set. If you don't have a loop band, if you have a light set of dumbbells, anything up to 5 pounds, or you have like soup cans that you can grip, if you have none of those things, I'll show you how you can do this with a hand towel as well. So if you're at home later and you're watching on record and you need to pause it and go get a hand towel, you can. That's actually going to be our second exercise, the light weights or the hand towel. Or the mini band. Now, this first exercise, if you don't have a mini band, you're going to squat lower. We're going to go step, touch, step, touch. So it's basically step, bring the other foot over, step, bring the other foot over. You're never going to bring your feet all the way together on this. If you have a mini band, you're going to put the mini band above the ankles. Mini band here. If you got no mini band, the exercise looks exactly the same. You're just going to squat lower for me. So if you're in a mini band, you're just in a little squat. If you have no mini band, let's get down lower. We're leaning forward a little bit. Core is tight, butt is back. We're going side tap. Ready? Here we go. So I want you to fully move both feet. So we're going step, step. Both feet off the ground. So we lift one foot, lift the other foot. Lift one foot, lift, yeah. I just don't want you to slide it or to go like out. We're actually moving our feet. Now, if you have a mini band on, you feel this enough already. If you don't have a mini band on, maybe you want to get down into your legs lower. Make your booty burn a little bit. You got it. If you have a mini band and you want to do both, you're crazy. I'm kidding. 10 seconds. Come on. Step, touch, step, touch. You got it. Let those legs burn a little tiny bit. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Get both sides. Nice. Slide your band off. So if you have a band, let's use a band. If you don't have a band and you have lightweight dumbbells, you can use lightweight dumbbells or you can use a hand towel. No matter what you're using, we're raising our arms. So you're just going to be holding it in a different way. If you're using a band, you're putting it over your hands, you're pressing your hands out the whole time, and we're lifting and lowering. And we're just pushing against it. If you have weights, you're holding them, lifting and lowering, or soup cans, or wine bottles. If you were using a towel, you're gonna grip it and rip it. So you're trying to tear it in pieces, holding it tight. Got it? All right, I'll do the band one. Everybody knows what they're doing. All right, 3, 2, 1. So, if you have dumbbells, you're basically getting the resistance that way. If you have a band or a towel, you've got to press your hands apart, like the whole time, on the way up, on the way down, like you were trying to tear that thing in half. Push against it. You'll feel this in the outer side of the shoulders, the front of the shoulders. Don't forget your core, rib cage down, butt squeezing. Yeah. So everybody's in this tight position, and something that you're doing, whether it's the band, the towel, the weights, is just coming shoulder height and down. Imagine this is sliding through water. There's a little extra resistance on this. Push your hands hard. So close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Relax. If you have a band, put it back on. If you don't have a band, you're going to squat low. Let me move these dumbbells. Yeah. We got 2 more sets of that. Step together. It's not actually together. Step over and then raise. So little squat here. Push butt back, core tight. Ready, we go. Step, bring it in. Step, bring it in. So you're lifting both feet when you move. You're staying in that bent position this whole time. If you have no band, maybe you want to make this like a super low squat, or you want to make it a super low squat with your band. That's up to you. But notice the torso is just sliding with the legs. So no rocking side to side. Pressing out just enough, but we're keeping everything else still and stable. You have 15 seconds here. So stepping over. Stepping over. It's a full move. You're actually moving your body. You got it, you guys. Good work. We're almost there. We have 5 seconds. Make sure you get both sides. 3, 2, 1. Slide that band off. Get your band or your towel or your weights. Put on front raise. If you have a towel or a band, I want you to try to see how hard you can pull your hands away from each other. Okay? That brings the secret sauce to this exercise. Tuck your rib cage, squeeze your glutes, shoulders down your back. Ready, we go. Shoulder height and down. So, you're pushing on the band or you're pulling on your towel, pulling with both hands. Whether you're using dumbbells, wine bottles, band, towel, I want you to imagine that you're sliding this through like the air is thick. So as we come up, we have a little resistance. As we come down, we have a little resistance. It's not smooth and easy. Creating a little bit of extra obstacle mentally, like water. Say this is in water, how would it feel? 10 seconds. You've got to create a little mind-muscle connection. A little external resistance that's not there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right. Put your band back on. Woo, you guys are doing great. So you don't have to have a band. You can do this in just your legs. But if you want to use a band because you paid for it and you have it, you might as well. Right? It's the other thing. I know folks have them. I'm like, let's use them. You don't have it, you don't need it though. Last time, side to side, 4, 3, ready, we go. Step over, you got it. Stay low, core tight. Arms can do whatever you want. Like they can come on your hips. They can just be out. They can come straight out to the side. You can like do a little whatever you want to do. Just have fun with it, you guys. I think it's so important to remember you're doing this right now because you choose to, because you want to, because it's a gift, because it's a blessing, because it's a privilege. And we are so grateful that we can do it together. 15 seconds. You got to smile. Kind of let that gratitude be there. It's such a wonderful thing. I keep saying, so grateful for technology. 4, 3, 2, one more. Slide that band off. Like if this was 15 years ago, what would we do? We wouldn't be able to just hop on, click a button, and be like, hey. So we're blessed right now. Shoulders down the back, tuck your tailbone, pull your ribs down, squeeze your booty, press out against that band or pull that towel in half. Ready, we go up and down. So we've got this, everything through the middle part of the body is so tight and still because it's whole body right now. Rib cage, booty. Now the arms press out against that band. If you're holding a towel, try to rip it in half. If you got dumbbells, just give it that little extra, like this is sliding through water. Such control. Oh my gosh, we are almost there. Breathe. Stay strong. 15 seconds. After this, arms are done. We're actually going to do pretty much core and stability after this. So let it burn. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shake it out. Get rid of that band. Grab a quick drink of water. 2 exercises left. They'll go pretty fast. We're going to be on the floor and then we're going to be standing. You need 0 equipment for these last 2. So I'm going to tilt this down while I go to the floor. This is all about core and stability. First exercise is a bridge march. So we lay all the way back. Remember we talked about bridging, that when we bridge up, we want ribs to hips. You should be able to see your thighs. You can either hold your bridge and march, making sure not to arch your back, keeping all this tight, or if your low back is cranky, you can bring the leg up, lower the bridge, re-bridge, bring the other leg up, lower the bridge. Definitely the place to go if your low back isn't happy right now. Everybody come down. We're going to find that perfect bridge position. So toes up, heels down. Tilt your pelvis in. Lift your butt. Here we go. So you're either marching with the bridge up the whole time. I want flex foot, bent knee, so that everything is tight all the way through the body. If you need to, you can lower your bridge. That's where I'm at, I'll tell you today. Probably all week. I'm at a place where I need to drop my bridge, give my back a little bit of a break. So wherever you are today, listen to your body. 15 seconds, lift. Knee comes towards the chest, lower. So this is very tight, very active through the leg. Everything working. Squeeze your butt though. The butt helps the back. Don't forget the butt. Make sure you get both sides to finish. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. All right, we're gonna pop up. And we're gonna do a Frankenstein. So, Frankenstein is leg out, arm out. Your goal is not to touch your foot. Your goal is to keep your plank position in the middle so that as your arm comes across and your leg comes up, nothing breaks through the torso. So we're here. Now, you can bend your knees. Your legs don't have to be straight. You can keep your knees bent, keep everything so tight and so locked in through the core. Ready, we go. Opposite arm reaches. So this is balance, stability, and core. It's about keeping everything tight. Now, the leg you're standing on is slightly bent. And then we're not going to round the shoulders or the torso. Yeah, you guys can feel how much harder that is to try to be still in the upper body and the core. It would be easier to come down and tap, but that's not what we want. Yeah, you got it. Do not expect to reach your toe. Keep your knees bent if you need to. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get both sides. Awesome work. We're going back to the floor. So 2 sets more. Bridge, march, and Frankenstein. We won't take a lot of rest in between. Y'all don't need it. Find your beautiful bridge. So tilt your tailbone, wrist to hip. Keep that connection as you bridge. And then we march. Ready to go. So lift, lower. You can set it down. If anybody watching on replay, this just does not work for your back after you tried it once, you can always do a traditional 2-footed bridge. That would be a good modification. If it's just too much to come onto one leg for your low back, totally understandable, 20 seconds, and you've got to be kind to your low back. Very important. Woo, 15 seconds, so squeeze the ribs towards the hips, push into your booty. You got it. Let's make sure we're even on both sides for these last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. What that means is if you started on the right, you got to finish with your left. Go ahead and stand up, Frankensteins. Core, so tight, so strong. Yeah, all right. 3, 2, 1, we go, reach. So arms and legs are solid, right? They're just coming straight out. And like I said before, especially depending on your limb lengths, there's no way I'm ever gonna get my toe, no matter how high I kick, without rounding my back, because my arms are so much shorter than my legs. And especially if you're very tall, that is gonna be way true for you. So don't feel like you're supposed to touch it, like, oh, maybe I can touch it. Don't touch it. Just keep your core tight. You got it, less than 10 seconds. Pull in, ribs to the spine. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Awesome. One more set. Amazing work today, you guys. We're almost there. It's literally 2 minutes, not even a full 2 minutes. And then we get to stretch. So we're taking it all the way back. Tilt that tailbone, find your rib to hip position. Press your upper body into the mat. Lift into your bridge. We march up and down. Remember your modification, if you should need it, is a 2-footed bridge, or to set your bridge down in between every march. So we lift and set it down. Lift, squeeze, push into your heels, squeeze your butt. Strong work, guys. So keep that bridge. Remember, point the toe back to your face. I want this nice tight leg all the way through the chain. No energy leaks. 10 seconds. Woo! You got it. Good work. Stay with me. Last one each side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We're going to stand up. Last set of kicks. It is good exercise and practice just to get up and down off the floor like that. So hopefully it doesn't make you dizzy. It's good ability to have. All right, core tight. Frankenstein's last set. 45 seconds. We're done. 3, 2, 1. We go. Kick it down. Kick it. And you got it. You can modify this however you should need. More knee bend. If balance is something we're still working on. Everyone's always working on balance. Always. Even if you have good balance, we're always working on it. And you want to know, the older we get, balance deteriorates. Just like bone density. So bone density and balance are 2 things that we lose as we age, but that if we strength train, we can maintain. We can fight that natural progression. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Make sure you get both sides to finish. Awesome. If you want to get a quick drink before you pop down to the floor, go for it, but we're going to take it down and stretch. If you are working, because it is 12:45 and you got to get back to work, I get it, but otherwise, see if you can stick around, stretch just like 3 minutes of stretching. The stretching is important. So we're going to lie back, cross the right foot over the left knee, and then draw that in. If you're watching this on the recording, don't leave just because we're stretching. You need it. It's important. So what I want you guys to start doing right now is slow down your breathing. Inhale through your nose, then make a long exhale through your mouth. You can elongate your exhale. It will start to calm your central nervous system. Naturally, you don't even have to do anything else. It will calm your central nervous system. Go ahead and switch sides. And that's what we want to do after we exercise. We just want to bring ourselves back into a calmer state as quickly as we can so our body can begin recovering from the work. that we did in our workout. And that's how we get stronger, we're more resilient, and our exercise builds us up instead of breaking us down. So while you stretch, also think of it as a chance to just kind of mellow yourself out and breathe. From here, hug the knees in, roll yourself to seated, legs straight out in front. We go right foot over the left knee, and then left arm hugs right leg in. Sit up tall twist. That is our Wednesday workout, so I do change it up from time to time, so it's not always exactly the same, but we'll always work on those movement patterns. And on Mondays, it looks a lot like strength 1, and so those are the same movement patterns on Mondays. Friday looks like strength 3, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, go ahead and switch sides, are circuits. The circuits tend to have a little bit more high intensity, a little bit more cardio, for lack of a better word. So if you really like the strength and you're looking for the workouts that look like what we do here in person, Monday, Wednesday, Friday are your jam, or the recording from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we tend to use less equipment. We tend to do a little bit more fun variety of different things. Just to keep it mixed up, go ahead and come to standing to finish our stretch through our upper body. So everything that we do is purposeful and progressive. Reach it forward, draw the belly in. I mean, by all means, come whatever days work for you. Just show up. We're going to have fun. We're going to get a great workout. But I want you to understand that it's not randomized in that sense. There is some very good thought and planning that goes into it. And if you're looking for specific things, like you really want to use your dumbbells, Wednesdays are a great day for that. Mondays are a great day for that. Shoulders back, roll it, open up the chest and hold. What else? Ooh, Friday the 24th of April, 7 p.m., this same link, we're going to get together and just hang out, just visit, chat, talk, no workout, just a chance to catch up. If you're around, pop in for 5 minutes, say hi. I think at least 1 or 2 of the other trainers are going to be there, right arm across. Pretty sure Jess is coming. I have to see about Shannon. So I know a lot of people have asked about them as well, and they're doing fine. They're doing well considering all the things, right? So we want to be able to see them, say hi. If you're around on Friday at 7, pop in, visit, switch sides here. And then, what else? All kinds of things, but nothing important right now, I don't think. I will throw out the offer again. I know, like Andy, who's on today, came and got some weights from us. If you want weights or bands, hands to the side, slide it down, flat back. If you don't have something at home and you really would like to get something and you're going to be doing these workouts, come borrow it from us. It's just sitting here. We don't mind. We still got lots of dumbbells. We have some kettlebells. A lot of the like 25 to 35s are gone, but we still have some kettlebells. We got tons of resistance bands. So that's what's up. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can take it down and hold in this nice flat back. I'm so excited. Once we are getting ready to come back together in person, or maybe even before, we're gonna roll it all the way. Once we all have a little bit more sense of normalcy, we have a really fun game, accountability game we're gonna play. We're gonna have points, and we're gonna kind of compete against each other. I'm super excited about that. So stay tuned for that. Big deep breath, inhale, reach. We're working on all kinds of cool things for you guys. Always. Exhale. Big deep breath, inhale through the nose. Big breath out, exhale. Give yourselves a hand, pat yourself on the back. Thank you for being there. Don't go away, people who are here live. I gotta turn off the recording.